This week, we chat to Avalanche Studios about Mad Max, out now for PC, PS4 and Xbox One. We review brand new old-school RTS Act of Aggression, and Jonny Robot catches up with Bethesda Softworks to talk about upcoming multiplayer fighter, BattleCry. This is Player Attack. Hi, I'm Jessica Citizen, and we're kicking off this week with some Australian-centric news. First up, former Parramatta Eels NRL star Jarryd Hayne has achieved a couple of major milestones. First, there's that little matter of securing a spot on the San Francisco 49ers 53-man NFL roster in the United States. Haynes made a ridiculously good impression on the fans too, to the point where his number 38 jersey is the highest-selling shirt on the NFL online store. But, and this second point is technically related to the first, he has also reached another major career achievement. The Aussie is set to appear in Madden 16, the latest game in the series that inspired him to jump from rugby to gridiron. He's not a member of the in-game 49ers roster just yet, but you can find him as a feature player in the Madden Ultimate Team mystery box, and he's got some very impressive stats. There's more good news for Down Under gamers. Ubisoft has confirmed that Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege will indeed be getting dedicated local servers hosted in Sydney. They will be up and running for the game's closed beta when it starts a little later this month, and the publisher is promising an optimal online experience when the game launches in December. But it's not all fun and games. Steam has bundled up a great little collection of things for Mad Max fans, all 4 of the cult classic films, including Fury Road, plus a copy of the brand new game. However, despite the film's strong ties to Australia, the bundle is not available here. Instead, we can buy the game all on its lonesome. Sure, it's the sort of thing we're used to by now, but this one really does kind of sting. Anyway, it was also a big week for patches, with Minecraft getting a few nifty tweaks and changes to its PC version. The official changelog includes references to rebalancing armor, a stack of optimizations, fixes to some mob-related AI bugs, fishing rod improvements, and a promise that the world may corrupt slightly less times now, or slightly more. The team at Mojang doesn't actually seem quite sure. Snapshot 15W36C is out now, 6 years after the game's initial release, and it looks like something you should grab pretty quickly. This next update for PC is a bit more of a surprise though. Warner Bros. Is claiming that Batman Arkham Knight is actually playable now on Windows, thanks to this new interim patch. It's been in the works for a while now and promises to reduce frame rate hitches, optimize memory, improve GPU performance, fix texture bugs, and tidy up some hard drive bugs. There is a slight problem though. The only people who can actually try this one out are those of you who bought Arkham Knight before it was pulled from retailers for being so horribly broken. If you missed it then, you are still going to miss out. There is no word yet from the publisher about just when the Batman will return to stores. Something that will be playable on a slightly more concrete date is the beta test for Star Wars Battlefront. EA has announced that things will kick off in early October. You can expect a quite technical test across 3 gameplay modes. There's a survival mission on Tatooine where you must fight back waves of Imperial forces, a 40-person multiplayer battle between the Empire and the Rebels on the icy planet Hoth that does give you a chance to play as Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker, and there's also a new mode called Drop Zone that is currently a little bit of a mystery. And speaking of beta tests, World of Warships has now been thoroughly tested, so you can pick that one up for free on September 17 and enjoy some high seas battles with more than 80 historical vessels covering a variety of seafaring nations. We'll have a proper look at that one next week as we celebrate the international launch. Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain launched around the world this week, and as you could probably expect, it has topped the charts around the world. We don't quite have a console breakdown for all regions just yet, but it seems that in the UK at least, Snake fans are also PlayStation fans, as 72% of all console copies of the game sold were on PS4. 22% were on Xbox One, 3% on PS3, and just 2% on Xbox 360. These numbers do only represent physical copies sold, but unless Xbox gamers are also big fans of downloading their games, we're thinking it's probably a universal trend. Of course, this does make it particularly upsetting to note that while the Phantom Pain suffered some slight launch issues, they were worst on the PS4. If you noticed the merc with the mouth popping up again, you're not seeing things. Activision re-released Deadpool back onto Steam, PSN and the Xbox Store in July after removing the game, and all other Marvel titles, back in 2013. Now Deadpool is available on new-gen consoles, showing up on both PS4 and Xbox One as a digital release. If you missed it the first time around, now's your chance. In other news, Phoenix Wright is making a comeback with Ace Attorney 6 confirmed for a Western release. More details are expected at this month's Tokyo Game Show, so stay tuned unless you have any objections. And finally this week, the usual movie news tidbits. A trailer from the Warcraft movie has escaped from a closed-door screening, and while it's been filmed off of a screen and is in terrible quality, what we've seen looks pretty shiny indeed. Early critics may have dismissed the planned mix of CGI and live action, but how else were the team going to bring those orcs to life? In addition to the undated Mighty No. 9 movie in the works for digital platforms, it looks like Inafune's other Blue Boy is potentially headed to the big-ish screen. Rumours have surfaced that 20th Century Fox and Churnin Entertainment are reportedly working with Capcom to turn a Mega Man storyline into a film. Absolutely no details have been attached, so let your imagination run wild. It's a video game tie-in movie. How could you possibly be disappointed? For more information on any of these stories, or to keep up to date with the latest gaming news, head to playerattack.com. But for now, stick around, we've got plenty more still to come.